Hello friends, welcome to this lecture on conditional formatting. Today in this lecture we'll learn few things about conditional formatting. Like basically in this lecture we'll cover some basics about conditional formatting, and in our follow-up bonus lectures we'll send you some worksheets or some additional videos so that you can learn or explore conditional formatting in a much bigger way or in a much better way. So basically, what is a good worksheet? A good worksheet means which highlights the most important information, thereby making it easy to spot. Okay, so basically, in a good information, the most important information will be highlighted. But the problem is that in most of the cases, the essential details are basically buried under an avalanche of data. So as we have also learned earlier that we can use formatting tricks to make important data stand out of the crowd. But the problem with formatting is that every time we have to format, and we know that all the most of the Excel sheets, big Excel sheets, they are linked together with formulas and everything. Any one single change in any particular formula or any value, the entire data will change. The data which was quite important, that becomes least important. Then again you have to search for that important data and again reformat it, which is quite a time consuming job. So basically Excel is a feature called as conditional formatting. In simpler terms, I won't give any big jargons over here. In simpler terms, conditional formatting means we are formatting some particular cells based on certain conditions. If the data given in those particular cells meets our conditions, we'll format that cells as per the formatting rules which we have selected. And whenever there is some particular change in the data, so conditional formatting will automatically take care of the formatting. Okay, now let's just start straight away with some examples. Now just consider this data table. Some numbers are given over here, and as of now this data is without any conditional formatting. Okay, now let's suppose we want all values between 20 and 40. See the basic, first let me just come to the basic methodology which we'll be using today over here is we'll just do certain examples and try to learn about conditional formatting out of those examples, and then we can go on and what we say we can but by only by means of examples we can explore conditional formatting in a much better way. Okay, there's no point in talking only about the theory unless and until we won't see the actual picture on these videos. Okay, suppose this is the data we have and we want all the numbers between 20 and 40. See, this is quite a small data table. Now let's assume if you have a data table maybe running across 50 rows and maybe around 100 columns, it becomes very difficult to find these data without the help of conditional formatting. What you can do, if you have to find out these two numbers between 20 and 40, first select the data. You have conditional formatting option given in your home tab. This is your home tab. So just click over here. I'll show you. You have conditional formatting icon given in your home tab. Click over here. Highlight cell rules. You can either select cells which are greater than, less than, between. In this case we want between. Okay, so we are asking Excel to format cells which are between 20, just press tab, and 40. Okay, width. So Excel is giving us some options. We can select the option, the type of color which we want. Okay, yellow fill with dark yellow text, or red text, only the text color will change, or only the red border will come. Okay, or you can also customize it. So as of now I'll just select this green fill with dark text. Okay, Okay, so these four cells are there whose value is between 20 and 40. For your reference, the same thing is given over here as well. Now suppose if I want, now let's go to another example. Now let's suppose if I want all values who are greater than 31. Now in this data we have already applied the formatting. If you have to remove formatting from this data, just select the data, go to format, conditional formatting, go down, clear rules from selected cells. If you clear rules from entire sheet, so in this particular sheet whatever conditional formatting is given, that will be gone. So that is why I have just selected these cells. So I want to remove conditional formatting rules from these selected cells. Okay, now again this becomes a data table without the conditional formatting. Now I am asking Excel to give me the values which are greater than 31. So again you have to select the data, conditional formatting, highlight cell rules, greater than 31. Okay, so these are the cells whose value is greater than 31. So this was just some basic stuff about conditional formatting. I'll just clear the rule. Okay, now just for information, you can go for greater than, less than some particular number, between two numbers, or equal to. You can also find this what we say conditional formatting for some text. Okay, then a date occurring between some and some, or duplicate values. We'll come to that. Now suppose this is the data which you have. First I'll just remove the rules. Okay, now this is again a data which is without the conditional formatting. Now what I want the dates occurring in the last 7 days. Select the data, go to highlight cell rules, go to a date occurring. You can select from here yesterday, today, tomorrow, in the last 7, last week, this week, next week, last month, this month, next month. Some options are given over here. I'll select in the last 7 days, or maybe last week. Okay, I select last 7 days, so this one. If I select maybe last month, so nothing is there. So yesterday, nothing. So in the last 7 days. Okay, so this is the cell which is what we say coming in the last 7 days. This is the date which is coming in the last 7 days. Today when I am recording this lecture, it's 22nd, so it is coming in the last 7 days. Okay, now let me just again this is for the last week. Now suppose you have some data, and just first unclear the rules, clear rules. Okay, now suppose you have some data and you want Excel to highlight the duplicate values. Many times there is some duplication of entries in a particular worksheet, suppose you import data from some external database or something like that. Many times there is a duplication, so you want to remove the duplicate values. So go over here, duplicate values. So Excel has given us the duplicate values. RAM and RAM is coming twice. Now let's assume if instead of RAM, if I write maybe Mark, so conditional formatting has been changed. So even if there is some change in the formula, or if there is some change in the value, our whatever rules we have specified for conditional formatting, they will work. Okay, so again and again and again you need not go and change the formatting of a particular cell because your data has changed or your formula has changed. This is a very important, we say, advantage of having the of using the conditional formatting. Like if the data is meeting your criteria, it will be formatted as per our requirement. If it is not meeting the criteria, it won't be formatted. Now let's see, let's select this data, and I'm asking Excel to, let me check what are more rules. Yeah, this I'll come to later. Yeah, again these are the duplicate values. So 1 is coming twice, 4 and 4 is coming twice. I can also check unique values. So 2 and 5 are unique values. So Excel can format the cells accordingly. So this was just some basic stuff about conditional formatting. Now in the next example sheet we'll learn more about conditional formatting. Now let's assume this is the data which we have, which is without the formatting. Now names of few students is given and their scores is also been given, and in this data there is no formatting. As you can see over here, it's without the formatting. Now suppose if you have to, like, suppose let's assume that you are working in a maybe school or a college or something like that, and you want to find out the top 3 performing students. Okay, so again you have to go through a long list. Okay, how conditional formatting can help you is you have to select the data, conditional formatting, highlight, click on top 10 items over here, just reduce this figure to 3. Okay, see over here, now you got 96, 94, 92 top 3 scorers in a particular exam, or maybe something like that, in a particular assignment or a test. If you want top 4, you can change it to 4. If you want top 5, okay, so this is the way you can play with the data. Okay, so these are the top 3 people in a particular exam. Okay, now suppose if I want to have the name of those students who have scored above average in a particular test. First I'll just remove the conditional formatting from here. So clear from selected cells. Again, above average. Okay, so these are the students who have scored above average in the test. So straight away I got their marks, or the names, and as well as their marks. So this is a very quick way of doing things in Excel, like the way you have found out top 10 items or top 3 items in this case. Also find out uh, bottom 10 items, or the least scoring people, okay, who have scored the least. Also you have above average as well as below average. Okay, now again I'll just clear this thing. Sorry, clear rules from selected cells. So this was just basic about conditional formatting. Now there is also something called as data bars in Excel. Okay, so basically data bar is a feature that places a shaded bar, like a bar like this, shaded bar in the background of every cell you select, and it is one of the simplest and most useful forms of conditional formatting. Basically the trick is that the data bar's length, like this length, it varies depending on the content in the cell. Larger value generate longer data bars, while smaller values get smaller data bars. Okay, now in order to use data bars, select the cells first, like these. Okay, select the cells you want to format, then again can go over here, conditional formatting, data bars. You have different kind of options to choose from, different color options you can choose. So which one suits your requirement, and you can select that color. Okay, so basically the best part about data bars is that Excel keeps them synchronized with your data. So that means even if you change the data in a particular worksheet, so the bar will be changed accordingly. Like this 83, let's make it 23. So bar will be changed accordingly. Let's assume I'll make it 90. Okay, now maybe 108. Okay, so bar will keep on changing accordingly as per the data. Okay, so this was basics about the data bars. Second thing which we will be learning today over here is color scale. Now again select the data which you have. One sec. Yeah, select the data which you have, go over here, color scales. Okay, so basically it displays a 2 or 3 color gradient in a range of cells. Like, let me give you one example, maybe a simpler one. Yeah, now let's assume you have this green yellow color scale. Okay, the darker towards the green color means higher value. The, like, see, this is quite greenish, so it is a higher value. So as soon as the value is coming down, the color of the data bar is changing. Okay, so basically color scale allows us format different cells with different colors. So so basically Excel assigns a predefined color to the lowest value and another predefined color to the highest value, and it uses a weighted blend of two of for all the other values. For example, if 0 is blue and 100 is yellow, the value 50 will get a shade of mid green, which is between blue and yellow. Okay, you can also change the type of colors which you want over here. Like, you can go to new rule. Okay, like these two colors you have. Instead of that, maybe you can also go for blue and maybe black, or black won't be that visible, this light color. Okay, so in this case what we have done, the lighter the color, the bigger the value. Okay, again I just show you. Select the data, go over here, click on new rule, select format all cells based on their value. So you can choose maybe a 2 color scale, 3 color scale, or a data bar. So whatever you feel like, you can change that. Okay, this I have mix and match your data bar as well as your color scale. Just clear the rules from this cell. This was some thing about the color scale. You also have something called as icon sets. Okay, so basically icon sets means you highlight different values with a different graphical representation using shaded bars and colors. So basically these tricks are called as data visualization tricks. Okay, so now let's assume we select this data and we use icon sets. See, maybe this kind of stuff where the more the network, like these are kind of mobile handset network. So if the network is full, so that means the value is bigger. If the network is less, that means the value is less. So basically the idea behind icon sets is that you choose a set of 3 to 5 icons. Okay, now Excel then examines your cells and displays one of these icons next to each value depending on the value. Okay, so this was just basic about icon sets. You can explore it on your own. Now one thing which we haven't done till now is, like, we have done format all cells based on their value. We've also done cell value is between or greater than or less than. This is another way where you can find the options given over here. Okay, top or bottom rank value, only values that are above and below average, format only unique and duplicate cells, and now we'll be doing use a formula to determine which cells to format. Okay, now what we are asking Excel is, like, this is the data which we have. Okay, now what we're asking Excel is to highlight cell value if values are appearing more than once. Okay, like 57 is appearing only once, or 50, or Mark is appearing 1 2. Yeah, Mark is appearing 2 times. Jennifer again is appearing 2 times. Okay, so asking Excel to highlight cell values if they are appearing more than once, and the formula which we are using over here is what we say, COUNTIF. So COUNTIF basically is, if you want to know about COUNTIF, equal to COUNTIF. First we have to give some range, and then we have to give some criteria, then Excel will count accordingly. So I'll just try to do it. First let me just clear the rules from this sheet. Clear rules from selected cells. Okay, so new rule, okay, equal to COUNTIF. I'll save the data. Okay, so this was our range, and now we're asking Excel to search for this, but we'll just make it $B36. I'll explain you why. Then greater than 1. So that means if in this particular range, that is this range, okay, where Excel to search for cell $B36. So $B36, that means we are freezing $B, we are freezing column B. So we are asking Excel to search only for these values, okay, and return us the result if the count is more than 1. Okay, so maybe Phil will use, okay, so Jennifer, Mark, Jennifer. So these values are there which are appearing more than once. Let me just try one more example in this only. Manage rules, edit rules. Instead of this $B36, I'll use $36. Apply. Okay, no, it doesn't work. Okay, this is the way you will use highlighting cell values if it's appearing more than once. What you have to use, this is the data which you have. So basically you have to use COUNTIF $B36, $B47, which is the range, okay, and then you have to use $36. So again, what it will start from here and check all these cells whether any value is repeating or not. If the value is repeating, it will highlight it with the blue color. Okay, now let's do one more example. Now basically let's assume we have list of two lists of students. This is first list in which student appear for test 1, and this is the second list. And now we have to find out those students who haven't appeared for any of the tests. Okay, so how we'll do it? First we'll just clear the formatting. First let's just understand the formula. So again we'll use the COUNTIF F36G41. So this is the range which we'll select. Okay, now this is our range, and we're asking Excel to search for H36, that means this cell, and if the count is less than 1, just highlight those students. Okay, close. I'll just first remove the rules from here, then click over here, new rule, use a formula to determine which cells to format. Go over here, equal to COUNTIF, select the complete range, okay, sorry, comma, this, make it $H36, close the brackets, less than 1, format, maybe and fill the color, okay, okay. So Bredsen, he has not appeared for any of the tests. Sumit, even he has not appeared for any of the tests, and Svetlana, even she has not appeared for any of the tests. So I think you are now quite comfortable with as far as the basic conditional formatting is concerned. As far as the formula based conditional formatting is concerned, that again will come back to you with some more examples and new video lectures in our bonus video sessions. So, or we can also hold a live demonstration lecture for all of you people if the sizable number of people are there. So till then, it's sayonara from my end. So hope to see you again in our next lecture. Till then, goodbye. Take care.